I'm going to show y'all how to make a simple copper ring. I'm not wearing a simple copper ring, but I'm going to show you how to make it because I know how to make it. So you want to start by getting a short piece of wire, and then go ahead and grab your ring mold. And of course, you don't need this much wire to make a ring, but it's better to have more wire than starting off with less, because the more you have, you can easily cut it off. But if it's too short, then you more than likely gonna have to start over, and then that's just a wasted piece of copper. So go ahead and get your tools out. So you would need one of these and this. Be honest, I forgot the name of half this stuff, but I'll put it in the title. And then you're gonna need one of these. So let's say we are going to make a ring size, let's say 7.5, right? Actually, let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and bend this end. So go ahead and bend this end, and then fold it like that. And get your wire and just fold it like this. So it's like that, right? And then make that real tight, so it's like this. And then ring mold. And we said 7.5. So gonna put down this loop that you just made, this little spiral that you made, and lay the wire across the 7.5 line, and press down that spiral, and then wrap it around. Wrap it all the way around until the other half of the wire is crossing the smaller spiral. So it should look like this. It should look like that. And then you want to leave it flat like this and just bring it up. Bring it to the front of you, and then just turn it around like this. Bend it around like that. And here's where I said that it's better to have a longer wire, because it is. So because you bent it around, because you brought it around the front, you want to, and you made a loop up here, you want to go ahead and twist this wire so that it has a smaller loophole, so it looks smaller like that. And then what I like to do is go ahead and cut it. So cut it about like up in here. So it should look like this now. And now you have more room and more space to bend it and fold it in. And so once I did that, it looks like this. And so let's take this out. It should look like this, but I'm not done. And go ahead and tighten that up like that, right? And then grab the inner circle of the spiral and then just twist it around. So because it has that gap right there, all you want to do is just use your tools to bring it closer to make sure that it's centered. And then you can go back in with the thinner hose tool and just tighten it up so that it's closer to this main strip right here. I had it backwards. So We set a 7.5. That's what we have, a 7.5. It's a little bit over 7.5. But the good thing about this kind of ring is that it's adjustable. So it's easier to do it like that. And so I'm gonna go ahead and try it on. And then it's adjustable, so you can squeeze it if it's tighter. I probably shouldn't have did that. So it'll look like this. This is your copper ring. Hold on. And sometimes when you take it off the ring guard, when you take it off the ring mold, sometimes the pieces right here, these spiral slabs, you have to use your tool to bend it back up so that it's straight, so that it's laying on the flat plane and not so you know, bent over, like bent over that way, because then it's going to cause a lot of discomfort on your finger. You want it even, you want it to be aligned like that, versus how I just had it. It was like this. It was kind of like this. You see that difference? That it feels uncomfortable. I hope you can see it. It feels kind of uncomfortable, and so that's why we get our tool and we straighten it back out so that it rests on a flat plane, which would be your finger. And that's how you make a copper ring. That's how you make a copper ring. Yeah. This is the copper ring. And it's important, like, to use, flat tools that has a flat, what would I call this? I don't know what to call it. But when it has a flat surface right here, it's much better to use a flat surface than one of those tools that has the ripples in it. Don't use the tools that have the ripples in it. That's what I like to use, the flat ones, because it won't cause so much what is it called, you know, dents and disruption in the surface of the copper. Now this one has a little bit in the center, but we can easily smooth that out with a filer. So let me find a filer. So with one of these, this will be kind of similar to sandpaper, but these last much longer than sandpaper. So in that center part, all you want to do is just go over it like that. And then just smooth it out. I don't know if you can see that. And then go in the center. I hope. Okay, let's see. So I'm just going to use my tool to bring this part out, to bring the center piece out. So like right up in here, just so that I can file it. Just so that I can file it down. Because you don't want pieces like that to stick out, because then when, you know, you wear it, you can easily scratch yourself and cut yourself. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure it's all smooth and flat, so that if it does brushes against you, it won't scratch you. So just file that piece down like that, and then use the tools right here to press the center piece back down so that it remains flat. And now it's smooth. Oh, hold on. Let me get that piece. See, and I think when it comes to using more fixated filers, it's kind of difficult to get in the creases of some of these pieces. Okay. And then that's much better. That's so much better. Okay. Press that back down. And then this is the ring. This is the ring. This is the ring. And maybe in my next video, I'll do a video, you know, showing y'all how to wire wrap a ring with a crystal. So this is the ring. And of course, it's kind of cricket. But it's only like that because of the angle that I did my ring. Now, I don't mind my rings like this. I don't mind my rings like this at all. Because I just feel like it's so, you know, it's natural. It's very organic. So I like imperfect jewelry. Not like, you know, some people like it to be perfect. But I think it's a beauty in handcrafted jewelry. Because, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. We aren't machines. However, you know, it just demonstrates the imperfections of humans. And I feel like any piece that you think is a mistake, you know, it still can be beauty in it. Because it's something that you created with your hands. So yes, this is the ring. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you got some value out of this. And again, I will add in what tools to get to make your own jewelry at home. Now, because I used this long piece, this is the other half of that copper that I used prior. This is the other half. Because I did a little bit. Because I used this whole piece, right, and I made a ring with it, I was able to cut this piece off from this because this was attached to this. That's why I said it's better to start off long than short, because if you start off long, you will have more left over to use that you can use. Now, this is another ring that I could make. I could simply make this into a whole other ring, and I still have this one. So all these pieces, these are 2 pieces of copper wire, and I made one ring out of this. I can make another one out of this, and with this piece I can make 2 other rings out of this. So that's all I wanted to share.